好了，我念一遍哈。
Let me read this. The Buddha said to Ananda, Sakyamuni Buddha told the Venerable Ananda, you just said that the seeing is in front of you, but this idea is not real. If it truly were in front of you, and if you were truly seeing it, then the seeing awareness would have a fixed location. It would not be without a point of reference. Now we are sitting in the Jeta Grove. You can look all around at the forests, paths, the halls and buildings, up to the sun and moon above, and across to the Ganges River in front. As you sit before me on the lion's throne, you raise your hand and point out various things. The dark one is the forest, the bright one is the sun, the obstructed one is the walls, and the open one is space. In this way, you can point to everything, down to even the finest blades of grass and the smallest branches of trees. No matter the size, if it has form, it can be indicated. Now, if you insist that seeing truly exists in front of you, then you should be able to point it out to me. Use your hand and clearly identify which thing is the seeing. Ananda, you should know, if space is what you call seeing, then once it becomes seeing, what is left to be called the space? If objects are what you call seeing, then once they are identified as seeing, what then remains as the object? You may now examine and peel apart all phenomena with subtle analysis and extract from them this pure, bright, and wondrously clear seeing awareness. Point it out to me just as you would with any other object, clearly and without confusion. This piece is nonsense. Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda, what you talk about today, that the wondrous, marvelous, true mind is in front of you, that's wrong. If the wondrous, luminous, true mind is in front of you and you really see it, then this wondrous, luminous, true mind has a direction and has a place, a position, a location. And now we are sitting in the Jeta Grove. And you see all the trees, river, and the structures, and the sun and the moon. And you face the Ganges River. As you sit before me on the lion's throne, me on the lion's throne, you can point and say, the dark one is the forest, the bright one is the sun, the one that obstructs you is the wall, and the open one is the space. In this way, you can point to everything, from the biggest trees to the smallest grass. No matter the size, if it has form, it can be indicated. You can point to it. Now, if you insist that the wondrous, luminous, true mind appears in front of you, then you can also point it. So what is the wondrous, luminous, true mind? Ananda, you should know. If the cosmic space is the wondrous, luminous, true mind, then what is emptiness? What is the space? If a thing is a wondrous, luminous, true mind, then what is the thing? So carefully mold it over all the phenomena and to analyze what is the true, wondrous, luminous, true mind, and tell me. The wondrous, luminous, true mind are the same as all the things. Only in this way you will be free from confusion. Let me tell you, the wondrous, luminous, true mind is not that. I'm telling all of you, the first time Golden Mother opened my celestial eyes, that night, coming home, when I closed my eyes, for the whole night I was in heavens. That's the function of the wondrous, luminous, true mind. Because when I returned to the dormitory at the surveying unit, all I saw is just my room, my bed. But when I closed my eyes, I went to the heavens. It's not my body that went, but it's the appearance. It's the wondrous, luminous, true mind appearing so that I could see Padma Kumara, Mahatwin Lotus Ponds. That's not my power. It's not within my power. It's not seen with my eyes. It's not something that I thought with my brain because it never crossed my mind. Padma Kumara. So that's the effect or the function of the wondrous, luminous, true mind. Wondrous, luminous, true mind cannot be seen. Only then it's called the wondrous, luminous, true mind. It's not a thing. It's not a... Anything that you can point with your finger is not the wondrous, luminous, true mind. So now, my seeing the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are true. The one with great power, Dharma power, and they would say it's with bright, brilliant light and with thousands of rays of auspiciousness. And that's truly the case. I saw the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Close my eyes, and then in front of my eyes there are lots of lights and lots of colorful, fine rays of light and bright radiance everywhere. And then from the circle of light, there's the Buddha, Bodhisattva appearing for you to see. And sure enough, it's filled with brilliant, bright, auspicious lights. So I don't see it with my eyes. I cannot see it with my eyes. I have to close my eyes and then see the pulsing or the radiating light. I cannot see it with my eyes. I have to close my eyes and then see the pulsing or the radiating light. So that's the effect or the function of the wondrous, luminous, true mind. Dharma sister from Indonesia, right? We all know there was a tumor, and I was giving the blessings. She walked in, and I just tapped very little bit. That's Lily. She came to Seattle wanting to get consultation about the tumor on her neck, below her ear. And then there were Dharma instructors that were traveling together, told her, so what happened to your growth, your tumor? And she touched it, disappeared. How come? Just by a blessing on the head like that, it disappeared. So there must be a reason. Anand is Lily's friend, and Michelle is the girlfriend of Lily's son. They use their mantras related to Lily. And maybe because of this affinity that with just one blessing, the tumor disappeared. That's not my power because my hand is not a surgery knife. I'm not a surgeon. How could I make your tumor disappear just like that? So that's just a kind of impact, the role of the wondrous, luminous, true mind, the function or role or activity. But the wondrous, luminous, true mind cannot be seen. Only then it's called the wondrous, luminous, true mind. It's not a thing. It's not anything that you can point with your finger is not the wondrous, luminous, true mind. So now, my seeing the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are true. The one with great power, Dharma power, and they would say it's with bright, brilliant light and with thousands of rays of auspiciousness. And that's truly the case. I saw the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, close my eyes, and then in front of my eyes there are lots of lights and lots of colorful, fine rays of light and bright radiance everywhere. And then from the circle of light, there's the Buddha, Bodhisattva appearing for you to see. And sure enough, it's filled with brilliant, bright, auspicious lights. So I don't see it with my eyes. I cannot see it with my eyes. I have to close my eyes and then see the pulsing or the radiating light. I can easily invoke my mother to come to our altar or hall, but I don't dare to do so because if I do, I would cry. I cannot invoke her, otherwise I would cry. And I'm 81, a grandpa, but yet when I invoke my own mother, and if she comes, I cannot hold my tears. In the beautiful sky, there appear sparkling stars, little stars. They look like my mother's loving eyes. Every time I talk about her or call on her, she would come. I often remember when I was about to go to the military school, my mother helped me pack my bag, and she gave me a needle and thread and told me, in the future, when your buttons fall off, you have to do it yourself. That's how human life is. It is not gathering, it's separation. Shakyamuni Buddha talk about impermanence. It's not forever. When there's birth, there must be death. When there's a gathering, there must be separation. When there's rising, there must be that downgrading, degrading. We know the concept of impermanence. Nostalgia is a kind of sadness. So I cannot sing that song because every time I sing that, I would think about her, and as soon as I think of her, she would come, and then I would always cry. Only two things that would make me cry, but of course there are many other things that would make me cry. But primarily it's my mother and Golden Mother. So what is the wondrous, luminous, true mind? Something that you can't see, you can't touch. It has no form, but you can feel it. You can sense or experience it. That's what it is, what it should be. As soon as I call upon them, she would come, and the same with the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Upon invocation, they would come. At this old age, I still cry in front of all of you. Therefore, I like to let you know that the wondrous, luminous, true mind is the wondrous of the Dharma. It's free from any defilements. It's a kind of merit that's immaculate and non-leaking. The union of the three virtues, that's the wondrously bright and lucid and true minds, actually the Tao. In the future, when you attain this, those who are in union with the Tao is the greatest. That's the highest and unparalleled. That the whole universe is truly vast, expansive, and the sentient beings in the Saha world can only see those with forms and phenomena and become deluded by them. They cannot experience or understand the wondrous, luminous, or bright, true mind. But once you experience the wondrous, luminous, true mind, everything with form and phenomena is just a grain of sand. What Sakyamuni Buddha said, that this is the key point of all the Dharma teaching given by Sakyamuni Buddha. No matter how famous you are, it's just a grain of sand. No matter how wealthy you are, it's just a grain of sand. No matter how precious a thing is, it's just a grain of sand. So in our Buddhist practice, is that after you witness and prove the wondrous, luminous, true mind, you would be in union with the whole universe, the whole cosmic space, the whole sky. So that is the most precious. In the Saha world, they fight over everything, and what they fight for is all tangible. But with your spiritual cultivation, until you can manifest your own wondrous, luminous, true mind, that means you have attain the Tao. Once you attain the Tao, then you would transcend it, and you would be different. You have no more afflictions. Then you would reach the Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, the perfect ultimate enlightenment. The unexcelled right realization and right equality. There is nothing higher than this. And this is what Sakyamuni Buddha intended to say or to teach. So in the journey of our spiritual cultivation, we need to experience it step by step, one by one, and eventually one day you would be able to be in union with the Tao.